Hi guys, it's in the third week of quarantine and I'm running out of things to do. I mean, my brother's driving me crazy. I do have schoolwork, but I mean, like, after the schoolwork, I just kind of sit on my phone and watch YouTube, which you're doing right now, looks like. So I compiled a list of 25 things to do in quarantine.
The first thing that you can do is read, whether that's for pleasure or educational purposes. Here's the book that I'm reading. I really like this book and I love to read. The second thing you can do is hang out with pets or siblings if you have any. I have 7 pets and 2 siblings, so I have a lot of personalities to hang around with. This is my hamster Calliope. The third thing you can do is put on a little fashion show and try to make some new outfits that you haven't put together before. I really like to do this because it gives me ideas on what to wear, and it's pretty fun to just have a little fashion show and kind of feel like Tyra Banks for a second, which I always love me some America's Next Top Model, so I enjoy this. The next thing is kind of like the last tip, and that's just to try out new looks, whether that be makeup or hair or anything that you could change your outward appearance that seems fun to you and you haven't tried it before. I personally cut bangs on myself. I wouldn't recommend doing that if you haven't thought that through. I like how it turned out. I know that's not how it works out for everybody, but it's pretty fun to just change up your appearance and be a little out of the normal and see what looks good. And of course, both of these suggestions were just for fun. You are beautiful just the way you are, and you don't have to change anything if you don't want to. The next thing is to jump back into an old hobby that you either grew out of or haven't done in a while because you don't have time. The things that I used to do were I was really into sewing and I loved to write fiction stories. So I tried to go back and kind of reteach myself some of the things and just have a fun time doing the things that I used to love doing.
So my mom broke my original shelf that was right here, so we had to like rearrange stuff in our house. Now we don't have a craft drawer thing, and we just stuffed it all in the closet, in the craft closet. And so now I need to go organize it because it's been really bothering me, so I'm gonna try to see if I can organize it to make it a little bit more searchable, because it's all just, we just have everything just stuffed in there because it's also the coat closet. So yeah.
This is the closet before I started organizing. It's super disorganized. You'd have to dig through the whole closet to find one little thing, so I really felt the need to organize it. I took all of the things out and just put them all in the hallway, and I moved this old shelf that I used to have but was not using into it, and here is the final reveal of a nicely organized closet. It's not perfect, but I can at least find things now. The next thing is to do your laundry or anything else that you've been putting off doing. For me, it was cleaning this makeup drawer thing that I had, and I finally cleaned it, so it was nice. The next thing you can do is brainstorm ways you can reduce your environmental footprint. You can do this by trying to calculate your carbon or water footprint or watching some sustainability YouTubers. I'll link my favorites in the description. The next thing you can do is work on your job or schoolwork, the things that you can do from home. I know a lot of my teachers have been sending out lots of work to do, so that's been taking up a big chunk of my time. The next thing you do is working on self-care and treating yourself. I made a cup of tea because that always relaxes me and makes me feel really good. If you like to cook or bake, you can try out some new recipes. I made these vegan cookies, which were delicious. And my next thing is also to exercise. I did not get a video of me exercising and working out, so here's a nice video of me organizing my drawer. What I love to do is rearrange all the furniture in my room. Here's what my room looked like before, and here it is after I rearranged it last night. I actually rearranged my room instead of editing this video, truth be told, but I really liked how it turned out and I feel much more at home in my room now. And of course, if you're crafty, you can make a craft. I did this dream inspiration board. I really liked how it turned out. I used old magazine cutouts and I think it's really pretty. The next thing that I love to do is make a fort. I could not find any footage of any time I've made a fort, so here's some inspo pictures from Pinterest. The next thing you can do is make last minute gift boxes. I have a stash of a bunch of boxes and bags that I repurpose and paint and make it look like I didn't forget about their birthday, but they're just all generic, and you can throw a gift card in there and it's all good. I was painting this box today. It turned out to be a galaxy, which I did not record, and while I do this, I like to put on my favorite show, The Simpsons, and I just watch the show and paint away. The next thing you can do is write a story or journal. I found this old story that I haven't written in a really long time, and it felt really fun just to jump back into it and keep it going. Something that I really love doing is to text someone a really thoughtful compliment. It not only makes you feel good, but it also makes them feel good, and it's just really important to stay connected and show compassion towards others in this time. Going through and clearing my inbox makes me feel really good, as well as going through my contacts and deleting anybody that I don't talk to anymore and don't need, and also going through social media followers and unfollowing any accounts that make you feel bad or are irrelevant. The next thing I did was I went through all of my backpack and I just cleared out all the papers and went through my journal and just made sure that everything was up to date and I only had in my backpack what I actually needed. The next thing you can do is reconnect with an old or childhood friend. I love to do this because it reminds me how happy they make me feel, and it just really feels nice to just update on life, especially if you've known them for a really long time. One thing that brings me so much joy is just having a dance party by myself. I put on some great music and I just put on a whole concert just for myself. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember that you're a beautiful human and I love you, and try to stay hopeful during this time and try not to get too bored.